Today we're going back in history and we are doing Frida Kahlo. And if anybody knows who she is a famous painter. And I've got some fun facts about her. Anywho, so we're gonna get started with her head. So you're like, who is she? Well, she was born July 6th, 1907 in Mexico City. And, but she would like to tell people she was born in 1910 because that's when the beginning of the Mexican Revolution was. And she liked to say she was, born on a special year. But secretly, she was born in 1907. So we're going to get started with her head. She has a very long head, as you can see. So we're going to make a nice big oval. Oh my, Shara. Kind of massacred this one. All right. Kind of like her little oval head here, but we're gonna make this look a little better. So we're gonna make it a little smoother on the sides. Smooth it out. All right, we're gonna make this smooth here. And then we're gonna give her more of a jawline. So it's coming down, a little bit of a jawline here. So it's coming down. We're gonna give her a little bit of a jawline here before it gets to her chin, okay? And line down the middle. That's not really the middle. Sorry guys, I'm off my game today. It's one of those things, Line down the middle. Oh, and a little better. And we're gonna do a line across the middle. Okay, so on that line, we're gonna do her eyes. So her eyes actually, I think, are a little smaller, so we're gonna make them a touch smaller than I made them. And they're a little farther apart, so we're gonna see what we can do here to make them a little bit smaller than I made them. Okay, and she has beautiful brown eyes, and we're gonna make a line across here. And down at the bottom here. We're gonna give her eyes on the inside here. And this is the shiny in there, and then she's got her dark pupils. She's got pretty brown eyes. And something she is known for is her eyebrows. So we're gonna make these fantastic eyebrows, and I found out, so she kind of had a slight unibrow, but she wanted to emphasize it. First, let's put in where the nose is so we know. So we'll come back to it, and then we'll put in, the mouth is like there, okay? So we can erase this so we don't have to worry about that later. So she had very bushy eyebrows, but she wanted to emphasize them, so she would a lot of times color them in a little bit more to make it more noticeable. So we're gonna give her amazing eyebrows here. And she didn't start off a painter, so I'm gonna tell you the story. Let's kind of make them like an unibrow, and we're just gonna put some extra hairs in there. And we won't necessarily color in all that in the middle, but she kind of had like, her hair went all the way across. And then we're gonna give her a crease for her eyelid, and then giving her some lashes. Since there we go, let's give her beautiful lashes. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this side. And there's a little bit of lashes on the bottom here. And what I did with her eyes, I went like this, but then I kind of stopped where her eyeball is and then continued on. So I went down where her eyeball is. That's just the end of her eyeball. And so her nose, we're gonna give it 2 nostrils on either side here. And make it come down. All right, so let's erase inside of here. So she does have, I guess, better nostrils than that. So let's give her more prominent nostrils. Okay, let's see, something we know. You know what? It looks like it's more upways. So I'm just making the nostrils come up a little bit. Okay, so her dad was actually from Germany, and he had like Irish descent, and the mom was indigenous Mexican, but her ancestry was from Spain. So, but she liked the culture, the South American Mexican culture, so she'd go with that. Okay, and if you want, you could make the eyelashes a little darker up there when you Sharpie it. So for her lips, she's had very full lips. So we're gonna make this lips on the top like a whoop. And then she had very full lips on the bottom. And then we're gonna bring this down a little bit so it follows. Bloop. Okay, full lips. And her ears, let's see, they're kind of coming a little bit below the nose. So one on one side, one on the other. And they come around the middle of the eye. So we're gonna come up here. This is where we're gonna draw her ears in. And if you see all the pictures, she's always wearing jewelry and flowers in her hair. That was her signature look. Now you're wondering, well, how did she start painting? Oh, there's an interesting story. So, first, she's one of the most famous Mexican artists. And, oh, dude, in 2006, her self-portrait, most of her paintings were self-portraits of her. These are ears here. And her painting was sold for $5.6 million. Okay, so she's not some little Peasley pump. No, 5.6 million, dude. No, yeah, so of course she wasn't alive then, but people are now selling her artwork because I think, aren't you more famous when you're dead than alive? She's wearing these beautiful earrings that we're putting on her, and then I have jewels that I'm going to be putting in there. Okay, so for her hair, so we're going to make her hairline come down like this and over. Okay, so we can erase up here. And always she had in her hair flowers. She loved flowers, but we're going to put, this is going to be where her hair is coming back. We're adding to this. And then we're going to put flowers on there. So first we're just going to start with circles. So we have 1 circle, 2 circles. We'll do a little one right here, a big one, do some more up here. Yep, and then she's having a green, it's like a mint green headband going in here. So this is going to be her headband on either side. And it's kind of hiding behind. So the headband is also back there. So for the flowers, what I usually do is I just kind of give a little scalloped edge and then just keep going around. Okay, so you're just going to do that on a bunch of them. So I'm just going to keep going scallopy around. Oh, so anywho, so what happened was how she became an artist is she got in a horrible trolley. So she was, on September 17th, 1925. So if she was born in 2007, she was in her teens, and her and her friend were riding in a bus and it crashed. Yeah. And she became, I think, like paralyzed from the waist down. And so she was in her bed. Took her like a year to heal. And so her mom, which was so sweet of her, set up an easel in her room and a mirror so then she can do self-portraits. And that's how she got started, because she had nothing else to do. She was stuck in a bed. And that's how her career started. And she became very, very famous. Pretty cool, huh? Anywho, very exciting. Let's see, I need to move this. Okay. Now we're gonna do her, she always had like her hair in braids and it was just beautiful. So to do the braids, well first let's get her neck in here. I put her in like a jacket here for her. And then she has her shoulders. And she's wearing jewelry right now. So I gave her like a golden necklace. Go across here. Okay, now we are going to do her hair. So I'm just gonna do a rough sketch. Her hair is gonna come up and around. She'd always have it in, it was probably really long in braids, okay? So we know the hair is gonna be all back there. So I'm gonna show you a simplified way to do braids, and then also she's got her hair coming out. So it's like slicked back here, and then she has it tied into braids. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this braid thing. Oh, before we go on, so she created 143 paintings and 55 were self-portraits. And she married another famous artist. His name was Diego Rivera in 1929. And to be honest, they had a rough go at it. They went back and forth. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a bunch of kind of like ovals here. Making, it's like a simplified version of a braid. Just makes it easier. And they're not perfect, which is okay. And then when you Sharpie, then you can just kind of come around and then it looks more like a braid. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. Same thing, lots of ovals. Okay, so then we're gonna come in and Sharpie it, and I'm gonna show you how I colored it. So just using an ultrafine, extra ultrafine, that was ultrafine. So let's do this. Erase all your lines. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, let's work on her eyes. So we're gonna take the brown and do darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. And darker at the top, lighter at the bottom. Oh, let's just do one side. Why are we doing both? And then take the gray. And then now we're going to, I made her eyes smaller here because when I looked at pictures, I think I made them too big. So that's why this looks a little different. So I'm putting a shadow right under there. And then you're going to take the pink and right in the corner here, we're just going to draw this pink. And then now you can take the, we're going to do layers. So we're going to start with peach. You just color the whole thing in peach. If you need to pause, you can pause it. I think I told you everything. She kind of went through a lot of boyfriends and husbands. So anyways, wasn't too stable on that, but painting wise, she did just fine. And I thought it was interesting she ended up marrying a painter. Okay, so I'm just making the general, filling in some of the face with just a general color. Okay, and then now I'm going to take tan and I want to go around the eyes. It's like I'm putting makeup on her, which is fun. It's fun to put makeup on, you know, practice, try it out. I'm decent at it, not the best. We're gonna go around the sides with the tan. As you come in, go a little lighter, and then we're gonna go in the ears and around the hairline. And then come in lighter. Well, you know what? I actually sharpen in a lot of her eyebrows, so let's do that. Maybe not with a giant Sharpie like I'm doing because it's looking a little thick. So I'm going to come in with the dark one and see if I can touch this up. Because that's looking fantastic. Okay. Put a couple more lines in there. We're going to clean this up a little. It needs a little lovin's. Make some of these thicker. Ah, looking better. It was looking a little scary. All right, looking awesome. You can put a little fling fling, couple of hairs, fling fling. She did have some stray hairs. I'm gonna give her a little bit more where her eyelashes are, so make it a little extra thick. Okay, yes, I'm liking this. Okay, so we took the tan. You're gonna wanna go under. And then she's got her neck, where her throat is, under there. Little lines right here. Let's go around her nose. Shadow in there. Get a shadow underneath her lip. And then we're gonna give her a little bit of pink eyeshadow. Make her look extra feminine. That looks pretty. And then I'm giving her some blush. She always had like blush on. She liked to doll up, even though she really can get out of her bed, but she made herself feel presentable and pretty. And then you can do all of the lips. We're gonna put some red in there too. And I put a little color on her nose. Try to blend this in a little bit. All right, so let's get some of the, let's get the light brown. I'm getting the light brown. I'm gonna give her more shadow under her here, where her cheekbones come under. And I'm gonna put more shadow under her chin. And touch on her nose. Some right here, shadow. Then I'm going to take that same brown. I want you to go over all of her hair. You can go just on those lines. Okay, so I went over all of it. Maybe just go on those lines so they don't look like white. So I'm just going to go on the lines here. She kind of does have, all the pictures I've seen, well, her paintings, so like she has black hair. And, oh, I don't think I have turquoise. Let's see if I have turquoise in here. I think I found it. Here's turquoise. This is aqua green, and this is what color. She liked to use bright colors. So her headband was aqua green, a little bit of aqua green there for a headband. And it comes on that side. You can put in her earrings, some aqua. And I know she looks more spectacular here. Let's see if we can add a little bit to her eyes here. And her lips, ooh, she needs a red lipstick. Oh, I just want to do half. Red lipstick. And then I went in with brown or light brown, and I'm just gonna go in there with a little extra. Okay, and for the flowers, you can draw them all pink and then put red in there. So if you want, you can just color them all pink like this. Make it easier. And then come in with red, or you can come in with magenta and go around the Sharpie, give it a little extra burst of color. Excelente. Okay. And for her jewelry, I just colored it yellow. Oh, her jacket, I just did Sharpie. So you can just, I gave her a black jacket, so you can just color this in with Sharpie. And I like ending it with just like a scribble scribble. So come in there and do that. And then for the yellow, I added a little touch of tan in there to make it look more golden, and some red jewels in there also. All right, I think she looks lovely. If you want to put a little red in her cheeks too. She liked it like that. All right, hope you guys have a good day.